Over the last 11 years, I've made millions of dollars day trading. Along my journey, I've helped thousands of people make an income day trading as a side hustle and many as a full-time job. But the scariest step for everybody to get into this world is always the first: how to get started day trading. Now it's 2025 and a lot of the new traders have made a commitment to change their trading habit and learn. So in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down how can you get started and what platforms you will need, the mentality of a trader, and some basic understanding on how the charts move and how the markets move so that you're prepared to take on day trading in 2025. This is going to be a long video. You're going to want to take notes, and I'm going to need one of this to really get some energy for this video. So first, we're going to have to talk about what is a day trader? How do they think? And let me ask you this, a very simple question. If you were to flip a coin in this moment, what are the chances of you getting heads or tails? Leave a coin down below. And I hope you're commenting 50% heads and 50% tails. Now, let's say you flip that coin again. What is your chances of getting heads or tails? 50%, correct? Now, let me tell you, if you flipped it 100 times or 1,000 times, what is the most likelihood scenario? 50%. And that's exactly how the markets work if you don't know anything. The markets can only go up or down. So at worst, you're a 50-50 trader. Now, what we have to change is how can we slowly increase that? Or two, how can we get a better risk reward? What is risk reward? That is, every time you flip that coin, if it lands on heads and you bet tails, you lose $100. Every time it lands on tails and you bet tails, you make $300. So it means if you flip 5 tails, you will make 5 times 300, which my math's not that great, but it should be $1,500. Well, if you flip the heads 5 times, which means you lose $100, you only lost $100. So that means 50-50 win rate, you still come out on top. That to you is called risk to reward. And the best day traders set their ego aside. They understand that risk to reward is all you need to really become profitable in day trading. All you really need to master is how to make your wins big and how to make your losses small. They're not focused on being right and beating the markets and beating these market makers out there looking to take your money. They don't care about that because then you're trading with ego. You have to understand in day trading, you're going to be wrong all the time. So you have to be okay with being wrong, accepting your losses very early and taking some big wins. So as soon as you understand risk to reward, that's already above most traders out there. Set your ego aside. And that's how most profitable day traders, including myself, are thinking about the markets. They're more worried about the risk to reward, not so much about being right overall. Now that you kind of get that through your mind and think about it, use that flip a coin example to remind you, you're already one step ahead. You're already on your way to become a successful day trader. But now, how do we get started? Where are the platforms? And all the platforms I'm going to be giving you, they're going to be completely free. First of all, I use 2 platforms myself. And most day traders use 2 out there. One is going to be your trading software where you look at your charts, you draw your setups and all those sort of things. I use TradingView. They have a free section that you can use, chart up with no problem. Once you get a little more advanced, they also do have a premium section. We'll go over that today. Number 2, it's going to be your broker. Now, it depends what you're trading. Myself, I trade futures, I trade options mostly. So I'm going to be trading with brokers that use that. Now, you could be trading crypto, forex, it doesn't really matter. You have to find a broker that fits your needs. And 2, with a broker, you also going to have to worry about where do you live in the world. For example, the one that I like, Thinkorswim, is only available, unfortunately, for US-based traders. That means if you're watching this from the UK, Dubai, you cannot really use that broker. But don't worry, nowadays there's a ton of brokers out there. Just look it up, find some reviews, and find the one that most fits you. Now, if you're saying, Antonio, I don't even have the money to get started, I get that. I used to be there at a certain point. I had no money to get started. I'll be talking about how to get started with little, almost no money in your trading career at the end of this video. So make sure you watch this whole thing. Now, let's talk about the software. And the software that we're going to be going over at first is going to be TradingView, because everybody that's watching this should be using TradingView. For this example, I'm going to be pulling up the NASDAQ 100. I'm going to be breaking down how I think about the markets, how I see the markets, and what are some key things that I'm kind of looking for, right? Now, myself, I'm a day trader. That means I'd like to be in a trade and be done by the end of the day. Not everybody's a day trader. There's people out there that are swing traders. That means they hold a position overnight for a day, 2 days, a week, a month. And then there's scalpers, people that are in and out, think about it in less than a minute, trying to make a quick buck. Now, there's no right or wrong way to go about this. It's just gonna have to come down to your lifestyle and what fits your style. So my best advice to you is try a little bit of everything. You'll be able to try this for free. I'll be breaking down free platforms where you can test all the different strategies that you might be interested in and find the one that best fits you. The beautiful thing about day trading and why I personally really love it is it just fits whatever your lifestyle is. I used to be young and watch these guys travel the world and never know how to do it. I tried drop shipping, I tried Amazon, I tried all of these different things, but I failed at all of them. Then eventually found day trading. Why I love it also, I didn't have to deal with customers, I didn't have to deal with product reviews, any of that. It's me versus myself. Go in, try to make money, get out, be done, and be able to do this from anywhere in the world. I've been able to travel to over 50 countries in the last 4 years, and it's been a blessing that I'm trying to pass on to many people. That's why you're watching this video. And on that note, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, because you get a ton of free information on this channel, okay? Now, when we look at the charts, like we're looking right here, you're gonna notice there's gonna be green and red candles. Now, for me, they're blue and red. The reason being is I like to use these orange cool glasses that actually only use because I'm looking at the charts all day long, and the blue, when I put the orange filter on, looks like a green to me. But yours is going to look like a green and red. If you do want to change your chart color, I'll show you real quickly. You're going to right click settings, and then you can go to symbols. You'll see all the colors. In Canvas, you can change the background of your charts. I know it's going to be a question because people want to swag out their charts, and that's how you can do so. So now at the top left here, you'll be seeing also a number. You see, in this case, it's 4H. That means I'm using the 4-hour time frame. If you click here, you can change that time frame to whatever you like. I like to do something called top-down analysis. So I'll analyze my charts from the larger time frames down to the smaller time frames. Now, the candlesticks. The candlesticks are going to have 4 parts always. Let's take this green candle, for example. A green candle is going to have the very bottom of it, which means that's when price open, this very bottom area here. Then it's going to have the close, which is going to be where the body closes, which will be right here. That's the open, and it's green because the close is above the open. Now let's think, if the close was below the open, it means like this example here, that means a red candle because price closed at a lower price than when you open up, being you went down. Now you're also going to have these wicks here. That's going to be the high, and this candle does not have it, but if you look at these previous candles, they're below. That means price within this time period had hit that level, but did not close or open at that level. It's still important to note because you can see how price reacted at a certain point. Now each one of these candles, since we're in the 4H time frame, the 4-hour time frame represents 4 hours, meaning they open and close within 4 hours. If we jump to a 5-minute time frame, now each one of these candles represents 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20, 25, so on and so forth. That's why it's important to look at different time frames, because something that looks like a good idea on a 5-minute might be a bad idea on a larger time frame. Now, the way I like to trade, I like to look for the trend. You might have heard of the saying, if you have not, the trend is your friend. I like to start on a larger time frame and understand what is the trend that I'm trading, right? So as you can see here, that since this last Monday, we have been in a little bit of a downtrend. We had a big move down, then it kind of went up a little bit, and then another big move down. So now I'm trying to follow this new trend down. So how can I follow this trend? I use something called Fibonacci. So Fibonacci will be at the third down from your left tools, and I like to mark that trend high to low and look for retracements of that trend to look for an entry, right? At 0.5, 0.618. Now, this is a pretty medium to advanced topic, but if you're interested in it, I do have a ton of videos on how you use Fibonacci's in my trading. But to keep it simple for today's purpose, I'm waiting for price to move down, then come up, retrace, and then continue the overall trend. That means I am following the trend, but I'm not just chasing a move. I'm not just blind following a candle, because I have to worry about my stop loss. What is the stop loss? That's where price I'm willing to exit my trade for a loss. Because let's say I enter here, and this is a really cool tool you can use on TradingView. Say the trend is down and I follow this huge red candle. If I enter, my stop loss will have to be all the way up here. And if the trade goes against me, I could take a massive loss that I'm not willing to take. But now, if I wait for price to retrace to a key area while following still the overall downtrend, I can enter with a much better risk to reward. That means my stop loss can be much lower, here in this case, it is much smaller, and my potential profit can be much bigger. Remember in the beginning when I gave you that coin example? That's exactly what we're referring to. This gives me a 1 to 3 risk reward. It means every time I'm risking $1, I'm making 3 back. That means on a really low win rate, that means I'm wrong more times than I'm right, I can still make money. Now, this segues me into a really important chart to show you guys. This is your risk versus reward. Trading 101. Everything a trader should know. And it's that understanding. If you look at your strategy, how often you're right versus how often you're wrong, your risk to reward that is needed. If you're a 50-50 trader, you're right once, wrong once. It's a 1-to-1, you break even. But now if your wins are 2-to-1s, that means you make $2 when you lose 1, the 50% win rate, you can be profitable. Guys, this is one of the biggest keys to success when you're day trading. A good risk manager, somebody that understands the risk to reward, but might not be that good at really reading the charts, will always do better. Well, somebody that's really good at reading the charts, they know all the key levels, they know how to really break down a chart at a high level, but they don't know how to manage risk to reward. They hold their losers, they're not willing to cut it, they're taking profits too early, they're messing up their risk to reward, will be outperformed by the guy that doesn't have as much experience, right? Now, how can we start trading with no risks? Because when you first start, guys, you're going to be failing. You look at a chart, you look at these candles, and you're like, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. Trust me, that was me when I first started. I totally get your frustration. If you told me 11 years ago I'll be able to look at a chart, a little candlestick, and tell you where price is going, I used to be thinking you're crazy. But now that's the reality of it. And that all comes to practice and repetition. Those are going to be your two biggest keys to getting better: practice and repetition. The beautiful thing about TradingView is that you can click down below. My screen's a little cropped, but if you go right under where you guys see this 16 here, if you go right under, you're going to have an option that says trading panel. You're going to click it, and when you click it, you see it right there, this pops up, and you're going to click on this nice little option called paper trading. What is paper trading? You're just going to click connect. It's completely free. It gives you an account, a fake account, to buy and sell. That means you can mess around, practice with this all you want. You can click on this trade tab here. You can press buy. You can see price move. You can click here, then sell. You can sell it for a profit or a loss. You can flex on your friends, your fake gains. You know, there's a lot of people out there to do it. So just be careful. But you can have a lot of fun with this. And this is really good when you're started, when you want to kind of get to understand the charts. Now, when you're actually trying to learn how to trade, if you find success paper trading, it does not mean you will relate when you're actually trading, because you're missing one of the biggest keys in trading, which is your emotions. And the truth behind trading is that it's risky, and your emotions will play a big role. I don't want to make this rosy to you that day trading is the best thing everybody can be great at. It's really not. Pretty risky business, and a lot of people are not meant for this. And it is fine, guys. Trust me, I could not be an astronaut. I'm fucking scared of heights. A lot of people are scared of risking their own money into the markets, so they cannot be a day trader. Or hey, they have a little bit of too much of a gambling mentality, and they just take it like gambling. So understand that there is risk. You can lose money. It's not mean just because you get into day trading. Hey, 2025, I watched Antonio's video. He's great. He makes a ton of money trading. You're going to be making as much money as me, right? It is risky, and you do have to be aware of it. That's why I'm kind of trying to harpoon on the risk management about it. Now, when we talk about understanding how to trade, another key component is going to be backtesting. What is backtesting, you may ask? Well, backtesting means you go back in time and you look at your strategy, kind of like a simple one that I gave you, which is follow the trend, bullish bearish trend, look for retracements into key area, and take high risk to reward trades. You can backtest your strategy, and when you do, or forward test, which means when you take it on your paper trading account, you need to put in a notepad or some kind of system why you took that trade and learn from it. Guys, you cannot get better if you're not learning from it. That's why you have to write down all this information, and you have to get better. You have to keep data. If you don't keep data as a day trader, you'll never be successful, because data is your best friend. It's telling you if you have an edge on the market. Now, for you guys, I'm building a website. It's called Tradeful. It might be out by the time you see this video, but it's going to be a software that helps you backtest. It's going to give you all the data. You can put all your information in. It's going to be a really, really awesome website. It will help traders become the best versions of themselves. And they can only do so if they're keeping data, if they're keeping track of their trades, why they went good, why they went bad. Now, if it's the website's not out yet, put your email in. We're doing a ton of giveaways, a ton of stuff. Just put it in there. Now, keep in mind the bullish trends and the bearish trends when you're trading. Next up, let's talk about a Proffirm. Remember I told you can start day trading nowadays for very little money? Well, it's something called Proffirm. You pay an X amount of money, and they will give you a challenge account. A challenge account with $25,000, $50,000. It depends how much you're willing to pay. I'm going to give you guys an example here. And if you pass their challenge account, they'll give you that money to trade with. So hey, you don't have $25,000 to trade with. You can go. The one that I'm affiliated with is Funded Futures Network. And with as little as $125 a month, this is before discounts. I have a 35% code, and a lot of times they're on even bigger codes. The link will be down below, which means for less than $100, you can trade this account. And as long as you pass with a $2,000 profit target without losing more than $1,500, maintaining consistency and trading for 15 days, they will give you the account. And once they give it to you, the live account, you can trade it and make money every single day with it and withdraw money from it. So it's a beautiful thing that's going on. Currently, when I first started trading 11 years ago, this was not a thing. So you guys are like, I had to learn the hard way. I had to put real money that was working in my job as a hospital security guard overnight, and losing them learning the tough way. the hard way. But it's a great thing for beginner traders to really get practicing, and it's a much better version of paper trading because you have no skin in the game. This at least you have a little bit of money in the game, and there's a potential big reward out there for you. And you need to be motivated when you're doing this, guys. When you're day trading, one of the biggest things is understanding how to stay motivated through the downs. And one of the biggest things you have to understand also is that day trading is not a linear movement up. It's ups and downs and feeling like you want to quit, but you have to push and push and push. Trust me, when LeBron James had a bad game, do you think he wanted to quit? He probably did. But what did he do? Get back to the gym, keep working out, keep practicing his drills, get better, and eventually win. And that's what you have to think about. It's 2025 and everybody wants to lock in early on, but don't give up, right? Don't just do this for 2-3 weeks. Stick to it. I promise you, by the end of it, the rewards will be like, make you think like, oh wow, that really wasn't that bad. And that's where I'm at today. I can make millions of dollars from anywhere in the world, leave the house, the fancy cars. But I did it all because I really enjoyed it, honestly. Yes, I did start because of the money, but I fell in love with the process. I fell in love with thinking about the charts and reading and understanding how the market moves. So I hope you fall in love with that process as well. And nowadays, there's thousands of free videos on YouTube, my page, other people's pages. If you do want to learn with me every single day, I do trade live with my team. If you do want to join, the code will be down below. Feel free to join. Hope this video helped, and I hope you get started in your trading journey. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.